I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Could I interest you in a block of concrete?
Hello, dearie. Come here and tell Grandma Junko about your day.
Welcome back, Employee 01. Detection error. Only employees of Blackwater Mines permitted to access mining equipment. Scanning. Visual scanning error. Authorization requires.
Extraction process initiated. Keep away from extraction units while operational. Hostile trespassers detected. Employees are encouraged to remove trespassers before damage to extractor units occurs.
Nice going. I got a code. You can use it to shut down an interceptor. I imagine there'll be tighter security nearby, so move quietly if you can. Interceptor shut down. Hope that pisses our uninvited listener off a bit. Take out some more hostiles. I'll try to track down the next code. Code carrier in your area. My intel is light, but, make it easy and kill them all. And don't make a racket, alright? Another code in the bag. Use it to shut down an interceptor. I'm detecting heightened presence near the devices, so approach with caution. Home stretch now. Let's draw out that final code carrier. Do these sad saps even know they're pawns in some twisted game? Deliver them a little mercy.
We're so fucked.
Code located. An extra angry hostile in the area has it. Make sure you're ready for a fight. I'd open with a solid sucker punch if I were you.
I'm gonna do it. When their backs are turned, I swear.
Hey, nosy asshole. Whoever you are, I hope you enjoyed listening in on our chatter. It's time to cut you off. Hope they're pissed that we hung up on them. Maybe they'll think twice about listening in on the Brotherhood. Great work. Dodge signing off.
see. Are you here to visit the camp? Or to see me? Don't worry, I won't tell.
Why do they keep assigning me maintenance duty? How am I gonna make night without more combat rotations?
Listening is the key to life. Gotta focus.
Should have taken more vacation days.
again, friends. I'm so pleased to announce that the boilers here at the Giant Teapot are full again. That means my special blend will be bubbling up shortly. So if you fancy a nice cuppa, the more the merrier. Goodness! One would think these creatures would be accustomed to this by now. Boilers report the water temperature is 92.7653 degrees. Still a ways to go for proper tea. One can't rush such things. Gracious! Shame such violence is required to get a proper cup of tea. What is the world coming to? Water temperature in the boilers is now 178.63214 degrees. Just a little bit longer. Ah, there's the whistle. The tea is steeping now at the perfect and precise 205 degrees. You've done a fine thing here today. Huzzah!
You there! I don't know you. Why are you in my lab? Who told you? Never mind. Yes, I am indeed Audrey Stoltz. And you are a sore thumb sticking out in my lab. Great. Introductions are out of the way. You know, there's enough chaos around here as it is. With the machine being broken, the clutter everywhere, and the electrified lunatics roaming about. So, unless there's something you're here for, would you kindly get the hell out of my lab? What's this? Oh, the blueprints! Fantastic! Did my father send you? Are we hiring outside help for the mailroom now? Never mind that, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that I finally have these. Sure is. Biologically, anyway. Can't say he's ever acted much like a father. Nowadays, he's more my boss than my dad. A boss that keeps interfering with my professional and personal life. Anyway, you were saying? Well, the name says it all. It used to be a machine that did the weather. You know, monitoring it, controlling it, just the usual stuff. I think we picked it up as a way to sweeten the pot when my father was getting the board to approve this vault. A bit of nepotism later, and here I am. My father refused to listen when I told him my talents are wasted on this machine, but in the end, the research fell off after the bombs fell. Later, we found a very important reason to look into it again, of course, which I'm not really comfortable sharing more on. Sorry, we did just meet after all. To summarize, this machine is important. My father wants it fixed, and I'd very much like Father to stop pestering me about it. Yes, very excellent parcel delivery. Off with you then. Actually, wait a moment. A helpful minion could be quite useful. Could you give me 2 seconds to read this? Here's a little reward for you. Count your bottle caps while I go over these blueprints. Come back when you're ready for more work. Perfect. The blueprints specify the exact part we're looking for. Well, I could use someone with outdoor experience for starters. Based on your skin condition, I'm guessing you're not from around here. That means you walked here. You're perfect for the job. Believe it or not, the Shenandoah Visitor Center has a device for monitoring the weather. While vastly inferior in complexity, it contains parts that you won't find out of any old toaster left to rot. It won't be a perfect fit, but even if the part is remotely close to the one that broke, I should be able to do some modifications to make it work. I'll analyze these blueprints more and do some research ahead of time, just in case. That just leaves you with the task of actually fetching it. If you don't mind, that is. Maybe. There's a lot more to it than just that. You're years behind us on this, so let's just ease you into it for now. To set your mind at ease, we're working toward not just fixing the weather, but possibly even the lost themselves. You'll see. just bear with us for a bit. We could really use your help on this. That kind of thing is not uncommon for a national park this size. They had lots of tourists coming and going. Inclement weather would mean closing down some trails, or the park altogether. Anyway, that's the past. Doubt the park rangers have much use for it now, right? So, will you grab it for me? More than read. Study. I'll need some time to understand how the entire machine operates if I'm gonna modify it to make the part work. Unless you think they're ordered out of a catalog weather monitoring system uses the same exact parts as our top secret state-of-the-art tech. Sorry. I understand you're putting yourself at risk here. Believe me, this is important. Thank you. The visitor center is just north of the manor, on the cliff. It's probably completely abandoned. The building isn't too big, so you should be able to find it easy enough. Once you have the part, come back here, okay?
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
It may not seem like much. You're back. That's good to hear. She's an invaluable asset to the Vault. What exactly was happening over there? Reckless. Perhaps a necessary step in seeking a cure, but to do so alone, with the region and the state it is, well, it's good you were able to arrive there before she'd gotten herself killed. You're more capable than I had assumed. I'll make sure you're suitably rewarded for your effort. Take a moment to dust yourself off, but report back to me soon. I have another job for you. This one's a bit more delicate than the others. You're dismissed. Oh, welcome back. How can I help? Glad Hilda is back. If you're ready, I'd like to brief you on a highly classified matter. To be frank, you are among the few here that I believe I can share this information with. Though I suppose that's not saying much. I have not been entirely honest about my role here. Not to you, nor other members of the Vault, Hugo included. I am Lieutenant Colonel James T. Oberlin, United States Army. Actively, not formally. I remain in contact with him to this day.
Worse or better?
I suspect that's for good reason. There's much about how we operate that civilians aren't privy to. And like I said, for good reason. Originally, I was to oversee a government-funded weather research project. One that was shut down and then ultimately scooped up by Mr. Stoltz. While I was never exactly an expert on the subject, Mr. Stoltz found my experience with the project important for the transition. That project led to the development of this very Vault's weather machine, and ultimately our current predicament. I have remained in contact with my associates in the Army ever since, reporting the good and the bad. Not quite. When I signed on with Mr. Stoltz, I made it clear where my allegiances lie.
A long time since
He did not seem concerned with this. Whether or not he realized that I would maintain those allegiances long after the world came crashing down, well, that's not my concern. Not long ago, I dispatched a member of my team to pass along my findings to a drop site I've been using over the years. Unfortunately, he has failed to return, and I fear the worst. Daniel is a good man. It's important we bring him home, if still possible. There's also the matter of the report, and whether or not it had been passed along, or potentially fallen into the wrong hands. Information on the weather machine, the storm, the Lost, and Mr. Stoltz's recent activities. If things continue to accelerate as they are, I may end up requesting additional support. It's imperative they be made aware of what's happening.
The old vault sure was something. You know, before...
No, Daniel is part of the security crew hired by Mr. Stoltz, but he is still a member of my team. While I wasn't able to select my team personally, I have come to trust each and every one of them. It pains me not knowing Daniel's condition. Thank you. The drop is located at High Knob Tower along the western perimeter of the park. We haven't had trouble with that location so far, but there is a chance that the Lost have overrun it. Or potentially some other party, drawn in by the allure of the storm. Either way, you're going in blind. Be prepared for the worst. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us.